interesting call there to go for it. And it'll be a turnover on downs.
10 over.
Cut.
Get it.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. Tackle made by Tyus Bowser.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Keep it up.
Look at me. Door.
They'll try the right side with Jones. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say, maybe makes that offense feel good, but when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Switch up. Mike 5'9".
Here's Jackson. Forced out to his left. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
They'll call that a punt of 59 yards. Tough to do better than that. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. An update from around the league as our first one comes from New Orleans. An early lead in that game for the Falcons. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. On 1st down, Evans. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
Topper!
We're scoreless after 1.
With no score.
Ready! 8-3. 7.
Mike, 51. Mike.
Hey, Sam off.
Squeeze, double. He's checking.
Sit up. Ready.
2nd and 13. He's going to look deep down the field. It's caught at the 10. A big play there for the Niners. 59 yards. 49ers with their first trip to the red zone thus far. They've got a 1st and 10 from the 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6. So that run gets him about halfway home.
Yeah, it's now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness. Think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. From the shotgun, a give to Jones. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the 1st. They'll get 6 there on the run, but it brings up 4th down.
Some good, strong running right there. Some power and some explosiveness just about got him into the end zone.
And his kick is good. And the 49ers take a 3-0 lead. Been a bit of a dogfight thus far into the 2nd quarter now, and we do have our first points, a field goal.
Yeah, a lot of people say, wow, first action on the scoreboard, about time. To me, the action's been right there on the field, trying to figure out who could gain an advantage, gain some field position, finally get points on the board. I'm loving this kind of game.
It feels like kickers might play a big role in this one.
Yes, make sure you give them the respect they deserve. They could cost you a game or win you one.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. This is their 3rd drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a first down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a first down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down.
Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll make it 3rd down. 2nd quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
We get slap happy up here sometimes. Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect. Problems on third down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on third down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the third down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on first and second down.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
From the 32 now, here's first and 10. Now it's Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Marquise Brown, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Ravens have taken the lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Let's go, let's go.
The Niners take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Let's go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays for one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
51. You're not ready. You're not ready. Check it.
Stand.
Back to throw now on first down. He sets to fire deep. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes. Back-to-back, what a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. A little more room here on 2nd and 6 from the 6. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout, as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. Now Jackson. That's caught by the former Sooner, Mark Andrews. And now the Niners going to signal for their third and final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. The Ravens send their punter out now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Taken from just outside the 30. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And that will come the offense as they take over. Elsewhere, a score update from New Orleans. And it's the NFC champs, the Falcons, that have moved out to an early advantage. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout.
Hey, Zoo. Yep.
51's the mic.
And let's rock it.
Bang, bang, bang.
Buzz. Snap.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Taking a shot for Samuel. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Curtis Samuel, the one he was looking for. But it's going to be second down. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. He'll find Paris Campbell. That's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11.
Here we go. H.E. Gator.
It's on field.
Hey, box truck. Look, squeeze. Big grip.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 40. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half.
We got this.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show him one thing, hit him with something else.
Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now. From the gun, Jackson. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down.
Let's go deep, tighten up. Let's go deep.
Play action. Now Jackson. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw is Jackson. To throw again. Jackson hit, and he lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
On 3rd down, Jackson. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he gets it just shy of midfield, but that's not enough. He's short of the marker. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. He gets it to Brown, complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 12 yards the pickup there, good for a Raven first.
Mike, check, 59.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Jackson now, throwing again. He's going to air one out. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
First down, San Francisco, the pickup, 14 yards. Now they can breathe a little easier, some room to operate as they got it 1st and 10 now out past the 20. They'll look to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Tyus Bowser with a pick. And the return will stop right around the 25.
Okay, partner, no surprise to you. I'm going to look at this from the defensive perspective. In the rain, you have to be more cautious trying to cover passing routes. Why? The offense knows where they're going with the football. The receiver knows the route he's going to run. You have to make sure you keep your footing underneath you.
And they give this time to the tailback. And give him about 3 as he gets it down to the 22-yard line. Now a handoff here to his running back. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Check, 59.
To throw is Jackson. This will be caught by Brown. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens have used the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Now Tucker to add the PAT. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game.
Ravens 14, 49ers 3. Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They trail now 14-3, an 11-point deficit as they start things out with a 1st and 10. Here's a throw, complete right side to start things out. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw. Open man is Samuel, complete. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. Back now here in Santa Clara. It's 49er football, but some ground to cover. They find themselves behind as we hit the 4th and final quarter. Looking for Campbell downfield. It's caught inside the 25. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21.
Hey, stand up! Hey, Alpha!
They're going to look to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. This drive, which was going so smoothly, all of a sudden it's a little bit of a roadblock here with 2 straight incompletions.
Yeah, apparently this defense has had enough. Apparently they're saying no more. We're making a stand right here, right now. But it is 3rd and 10. They've got to get after him one more time.
Now back to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Hey, orbit!
Mike 56, Mike 56. Let's go, Heavy. Let's go, Heavy. Heavy, what you got? What you got, Heavy? What you got, Heavy? Give me some. Give me
Go on! Let's go! 26, 5!
Gotta try it here. He's back to throw. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Ravens are going to get the football back. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. They'll run it now out of the gun. And not much. Maybe a yard up to the 29. Here's 2nd and 9. Just a yard on that last run. From the gun, it's Jackson. Got him in. It's Brown. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down. Jackson now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the 2nd half. Not bad. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Eric Armstead, the defensive end, will get credited for the sack. Another try after the 1st down sack. Jackson steps away to his left. Got a man open. It's Ross. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down.
I got you.
Jackson looking to throw on 3rd. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. That's good for a Raven 1st down, 15 yards there. Well, probably the only thing he did wrong there was go out of bounds, nursing this 4th quarter lead. You want to stay in, eat the clock.
Yeah, you got to love the effort, the catch, the extra yardage, but you got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man.
Meanwhile, this one knocked down in the backfield. It's incomplete. 2nd and 10 now from the 27. Jackson going to throw again. That's going to be caught. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. 25 yards that time. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
This is where coaches have to have spent a lot of time going over situations with their players, because him getting tackled there is not the worst thing in the world. You're going to run more plays, right? Clock's going to go. But his thought process is getting into the end zone. It's counterintuitive for him to actually go down in this spot.
Yeah, but like you say, you don't want to get in the end zone too early here.
No, not at all, because you may leave an opening that could come back and get you.
So 3rd and goal, and the 49er faithful making some noise for their defense. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. Now a whistle and a timeout defensively. Trying to stop it, and they do with 2 seconds to go prior to the 2-minute warning. And the holder's going to keep it. He's going to try to run for it. And the surge is going to be too much defensively. He's hit and taken down to the backfield. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. He's going to let it fly. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. Caught by Jones. Short play like that in this situation this late, that's a win for the defense.
No doubt. I remember something Coach Madden used to talk about all the time. Sometimes you can't just...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And how about this for a setup? The ball will go over on downs at the 1-yard line. Take over with a 1st and goal.
Come on, go. Motion. Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
They'll try to run this one in. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. On 2nd and goal, Jackson, the quick slant caught. A touchdown saving tackle there. Now it's 3rd and goal. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. Buying time to his left. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down.
I like his thought process and his ability to move and get downfield. But what I didn't like was the final decision, to go out of bounds. They want to keep the clock moving. Instead, they give the defense an extra timeout.